Hello everyone, the house system just arrived and it's super complete. I'm absolutely loving it, but it can be quite overwhelming at the start. So I decided to start a mini-series where I'll answer the first questions you may have with the best strategy for your first days and also tips and tricks to build easier. First, let's start with the basics. How to fully utilize the home abilities. For building, you have several different options. Once you activate your ability, you will enter the construction mode. If you click here, you can see your saved schemes or create a new one. The schemes are the presets where you can select a combination to save for later. Here, you can clear all of your changes or recover from stuck in case you fall somewhere. On settings, you have very useful tools to customize your building experience. You can toggle floating to allow levitation of your furniture and structural items, and you can also customize your movement and rotation distance. If you want to rotate more freely, you can decrease the number to have more control of how much you can rotate. You can also toggle snapping to glue items together automatically without gaps. And the placement range is how distant your Nikki is from the piece you're placing. On the bottom of the screen, you can access your inventory and quick access bar. On the inventory, you can see every single piece you have placed in your island. These are placed, not available necessarily. For example, the trees and ground pieces that are already at Nikki's home when you arrive. To see if you have any extras, you can check the stock number. If stock number is 0, but inventory is free, it means you have free tables, but they are all placed somewhere at the moment. You can click on the items to place them individually, or you can add them to your quick access bar so you don't need to keep opening your inventory all the time. When hovering over an item, you can add it, copy, or delete. Not all these options are available to everything, but if you click edit, you will have the option to rotate and also dye furniture. To dye furniture, you will need this new material, which you can craft with flowers, or you can exchange directly from where you are, spending astrolites. Then, at the right corner, you have the ability to fusion options. If you double jump, you can press T to place a star underneath you, for example. If you level up your ability outfit and acquire a new fusion, you will probably have to press and hold the R button to switch between the fusion types. Lastly, once you're finished with your build, you have to save first. If you forget to save, the game will prompt you when you're trying to exit the construction mode. Sometimes your construction cannot be saved though. This is normally because you placed an item that is not in stock. Maybe that item was already placed somewhere and you tried to place it again despite not having it in stock yet. What you can do is go back and fix it, or you can save this whole build as a scheme and try placing it again once you have the item in stock. You can also save the entire island scheme before building anything, almost as a backup, or else you might remove the entire home and save accidentally. For gardening, it's quite straightforward. You use your ability to plant on the plots, and then use the ability again to water them, to accelerate their growth, if you want to. Small seeds can only be planted in a small plot, while button cones and lamp chilies, for example, can only be planted in medium plots. If you level up your gardening and get access to these bigger plots, you will need to place them first using your building ability outfit. It should be in stock on your inventory like I've explained earlier in this video. If you run out of seeds, you can buy more from Posy, but I do not recommend you do that, as you will potentially be losing astrolites. I'd recommend you go explore the open world and collect mats to obtain seeds from them. As you level up your gardening ability, you can obtain more seeds from more types of plants and more rare plants as well. For fish keeping, similar to gardening, you can place the fish in the ponds and then feed them to accelerate that growth if you want to. If you want to get more ponds, they can also be placed with your building ability, just like the gardening plots. You can also buy more fish from Posy, but again, I recommend you explore and fish in the overworld instead to maximize your astrolite profit. Star catching is even more straightforward. Similar to Momo Vision, you activate it and it will show you a certain amount of meteorites every day. You can catch them once a day around your island. If a meteorite happens to fall on a tree, you simply need to teleport again, or you can move the tree around with your building ability outfit and save it, and the star should fall immediately to the ground. For animal listening, you have quite unique interactions. First, you will need to go to the overworld and pet an animal. Then you can use this ability to communicate with them. This will start a music memory minigame where you have to repeat their pattern. Each animal has a unique pattern. Once you successfully talk to them, you will get an invite. Go back to your island and invite the animal. To invite the animal, you will need to have a pet hotel placed in. If you don't have any placed in, just use your building ability and place one wherever you want. Interact with it and you'll be able to invite a pet. Now that they are invited, you can feed them and wait some time until they drop some mats for you. As you level up, you'll be able to invite bigger and more rare animals. Lastly, on the abilities, you will notice that you receive different drops from each type of material. And even if you hit your max daily insight, which is 100 for the home, it's still worth maintaining your garden and fishing while your day goes by, if you have the time, of course. Now, how to unlock abilities and what to level up first. On your first day, you can only unlock one new ability. It's going to be either fish keeping, or animal listening, or star catching. To unlock new abilities, you do not need to complete the quest for today. You don't need to wait the vines to grow in a gas arc. To do that, go talk to Posy and click Home Abilities. Grab your reward on the second tab, which has an ability permit. Now go back to the first tab and use the permit to unlock one of the abilities. If you're not sure which ability you want to unlock first, here are my recommendations, but that's my personal opinion. If you have a busy routine and you cannot log in multiple times a day to care for your fish, for example, I'd recommend star catching. It gives you the most astrolites for the least effort. This way you can secure an astrolite's income by spending just less than 5 minutes of your day. If you do have a lot of time and you want to play all day, I'd recommend fish keeping, which operates similar to the gardening, and you can raise fish and go back to the game every few hours to profit even more. But to do this, you need to enjoy fishing. If you don't enjoy fishing, but you still want to play, animal listening may be good. However, I do not know if the animals drop mats once a day or every few hours, and I wouldn't really prioritize it unless you really love animals and want a zoo at your home as fast as possible. For the level up, you can choose whatever you unlocked, or building would be the ideal one to level up so you can get more and more options when customizing your island. Now, for some frequently asked questions and troubleshooting, let's say I regret my island name. If you put a random name and regret it, you can change it at any time. Just talk to Posy and select Home Journal. There, you can edit your island name. How can I unlock the house? If you're logged in the game and is not sure what you have to do, just go to the Sea of Stars to do the home quest. Set off for a warm place. Once you finish this quest, you will unlock the entire island. I've deleted my grounds of floor accidentally. No panic. If you deleted it, just exit without saving. If you did save, then you should have an extra ground piece on your inventory. Use your building ability outfit and select that piece to place it back again. It may be a bit fidgety if it's your first time trying to use this ability. To get used to it takes a little bit of time, but don't forget you can customize your options on the settings and change the placement and distance until it's comfortable for you. My star fell on a tree. Like I mentioned earlier, you can simply move the tree using your building ability or teleport again on your island and the star should fall down. Or I'm overwhelmed and I don't know where to start, and that is completely valid. Today is a very hype day, and amongst all the event tasks and resonance and more, you can naturally feel very overwhelmed. I'd say that first, don't worry about the permanent content. Focus more on what's temporary so you can do all your time-limited tasks. For the house, you can focus on doing the basics. Once you finish the main house quest, all you need to do every day is hit your astral tree to collect astrolites, plant as many seeds as you can and water them, or gather at the beginning of the day, do your star catching or fish keeping or animal listening, unlock the decor catalog by talking to Posy and go search for the furniture. I already have a guide posted with all of their locations if you want help with that. You can open up your main menu and click the core catalog at any time afterwards to check all the pieces. Craft the furniture you're interested in. Try to hit your daily home insight by doing these activities to maximize your profit. Go talk to Posy to check all the options she has available and grab rewards if there is any. And lastly, check your Dreamland, which is essentially a new battle pass. I will post another video detailing the Dreamland and everything you need to know about it, but I've already covered a little bit on another video which I'll link down below. And that's it for today. If you have any more questions, please let me know down below and I will continue this video series during the next days. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little. Listen.